Welcome back. You are listening to Whissel Wednesdays here on KCBQ 1170 The Answer. My name is Kyle Whissel, your host with Whissel Realty. Before the break, we were talking with Mr. JC Agajanian, Coastal Specialist at Whissel Realty. If you want to connect with JC again, 619-663-SELL, 619-663-7355. Give us a call, shoot us a text. We will get you connected. We're earlier talking with Roger Faulkner, RBD house buyers, flipper here in San Diego, doing a ton of business, helping a lot of people out of rough situations, and want to turn the attention to Mr. Jason Hall with Team Home Loans.
How you doing, sir?
I'm good.
All right.
You look frazzled right now, Jason.
Why do I look frazzled?
Maybe you're talking about all the, baby boomers, reverse mortgage, and
Carson Chargers.
We've been giving you a hard time, so I'm going to take it easy on you.
Oh, okay. I believe that.
It's like, uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm getting set up. Yeah, I'm already. Yeah, exactly.
I'm like slimed or something.
What's coming down out of the roof here? I'm worried Joel's sitting behind me. Your assistant. What's going on?
So we were talking with JC about move up, move down buyers, people that are, looking to get some more space, less maintenance, maybe move to better school districts, whatever the case. And so, it all starts with meeting with somebody like JC to figure out what's my current home worth and what am I going to be able to sell it for and how much am I going to net from that sale. And then the next step is to figure out, well, what am I going to be able to buy? And instead of just hopping on a website like Zillow, Realtor, or Trulia, it's important to talk to a lender first before really searching for that next home. So after JC nails down what's that home worth, that's when they come talk to you, Jason, over at Team Home Loans and figure out, well, what's going to be the right price range for me to target on that move up or move down home. So how does that process work? I mean, JC says, hey, Jason, Alexis and Brian over here, they're selling their condo. They're going to net $100,000 and they want to buy something. Then they come talk to you. How does that work?
Yeah. One of the first things I'd recommend is actually sit down with a local lender, whether it's myself or somebody on our team or somebody out there that you trust. So many people are talking to people on the internet or on the phone, and they're setting up this huge plan of selling their home and buying up with somebody who may not be in the city, may not be in the state, may not be in the United States. And you want to have somebody local that you can count on and set down. So the biggest thing we like to do is get face-to-face with that client, both decision makers. So if you have a husband and wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, you want to sit down and go over the whole game plan and say, hey, if you're able to sell and net this dollar amount, here's what we're looking as far as a new purchase price to keep your payment within the budget that you're setting to make sure you're ready to go and not undershooting or overshooting. Because some people, literally, they look at some of these payment calculators and they go, oh, I can afford a $700,000 house. And that's assuming no taxes, no insurance, and an adjustable rate. I mean, just literally on Monday, my sister-in-law calls me up and goes, hey, the guy on the phone called me. I can save $1,000 a month on my mortgage payment. And Roger's laughing. And I was like, Dan, you're not going to save $1,000. But that's what the guy told me. I said, when I get back to the office, let me run some calculations and go into an adjustable. She could save like $200 a month. All right. And that wasn't worth it. But what they were doing is taking out the tax insurance payment. Now, your payment would be like $900,000 less, but you're still got to pay those taxes and insurance.
Right, when you back those in.
When you back those in, you're only saving a couple $100. So you need to really think about that. So many people are out there right now trying to convince homeowners to refinance, and they're taking out their mortgage payment for tax insurance. That's okay as long as you know that's happening.
Wait, are you saying as a mortgage broker, you can't get rid of property taxes and homeowners insurance for me?
Yeah.
Oh, man, JC.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest mystery in real estate, actually. Ever since I started real estate, friends or family or whoever, they say, oh, Roger, in real estate now, help me buy this house. And I'm like, well, what do you qualify for? And, they're taken back by that question. That's the biggest mystery, is that you actually got to qualify for whatever you want to buy. You can't just go buy it because it's there.
Right.
As real estate professionals, is that what you guys, get to from a daily basis? But
yeah, a daily basis. I mean, that's what I think Kyle and JC, we see every day. Great, you want to buy a house. Have you talked to a knowledgeable lender that's local that you know?
Right.
And most of the time it's, no, I just ran it on a calculator, right, Kyle and JC?
And
that's
what you got to know is most of those calculators, it's 95, 98% of people start their home search online. And the three main websites that they're landing on is Zillow, Realtor, and Trulia. Those are the three top sites out there. And when you're a consumer and you're using these sites, the last thing you're thinking about is, well, how is this site making money? Like Google, we know Google's selling ads. That's how they make money. Well, what you've got to realize is the way that Zillow, Realtor, and Trulia make money is not only selling advertising space, because you see other people's ads popping up on these sites, but they make money off selling your information. So when you fill those contact forms out on those websites, what they're doing now is selling that information to lenders, selling that information to real estate agents, and that's where they make the most of their money. They're in what we refer to as the lead generation business. So the more attractive they can make it look for you to buy a home, the more likely you are to fill that contact form out. And the more contact forms that get filled out, the more leads they can sell to realtors and lenders.
Correct.
So just keep that in mind when you're using one of these big sites, Zillow, Realtor, Trulia. Their main goal is to get you to fill that contact form out, because now they can sell that form to somebody like Jason or somebody like JC, and that person is then going to follow up with you. So if they can make buying a home look easier than it really is in reality, then you're more likely to fill that form out. They make more money. So keep that in mind when you're cruising around on these websites.
And Kyle, that's why people should use sites like ours at whisselrealty.com instead of those, because they don't really care about the accuracy as long as they're getting eyeballs and forms.
Right.
But
yeah, eyeballs and forms, whatever it takes to get them to fill that out. You hit it exactly right there, Kyle and JC. They're looking for.
And how many times have you heard Zillow says my house is worth this?
Right.
I think I have nightmares about that.
Yeah,
My house,
and that's where
Zillow
you need an expert on your team like Jason, who can sit down and really shoot straight with you, and tell you this is what you can afford, and this is what your total payment is, your actual out-of-pocket expenses, as opposed to this tiny little number that really isn't everything, but it's enough to get you to fill a form out. So you need somebody like Jason to help with that, and you need somebody like JC when you want to find out what your home is worth. You don't just go and look at the Zillow Zestimate that says your home's worth $1 million. Zillow's never seen your home.
Right.
Zillow has no idea how close it is to the beach, in Sunset Cliffs. It doesn't know if you've got, wood countertops or you've got marble countertops. It doesn't know if you have stainless appliances or a freaking Coleman stove.
Or if your house is a true fixer-upper,
right,
and had
Zillow knows
Right.
nothing. That's where you need somebody like JC to come in there and really help you hone in on what is my home worth. And that's the key in this move up, move down situation, is you got to have a good agent on your team like JC that can tell you, this is what your home's worth. This is how much you can expect to net from the transaction. Then they talk to you, Jason, and okay, this is how much I'm going to be netting from the sale of my home. What can I now go out and buy? And that's where you come into play. And it's just crucial to have a team like that on your side when it comes to, making that move up, move down.
And it makes a big difference when you go to make an offer. Right, Kyle? I mean, when you see a lot of pre-approval letters, and we've talked about that on the air quite a bit, when it's a pre-approval letter from a lender you've never heard of or a loan officer you've never worked with, and you find out it was just an internet lender, you're not even really looking at those offers. Those scare you because you've had problems in the past. So
that's the first question we ask when we're selling a home. Who's the lender? And if it's not somebody we know and trust, and have they been cross-qualified?
Right. If not, you got to give them cross-qualified. And that, I don't think buyers realize that. And that's, part of the whole process.
Cross-qualification?
Yeah. So what a cross-qual is that's where, as a listing agent, you're having any buyers who are making offers have their full loan application process reviewed by somebody you guys trust as a cross-approval. So we do at Team Home Loans a lot of cross-approval for the Whissel team. And we make sure that these are solid buyers and they're truly fully qualified. And that's what Roger's talking about as well.
I love that. And so, like Roger said, knowing who's on the other end of that is important, knowing that it's a solid lender. And one of the things I know you will do, JC, is when, let's say JC is working with a buyer and they put an offer in, maybe on Roger's home or, somebody else's home, that you will actually take the time and call that other agent or call that seller and have a conversation and tell them, I've met with this buyer, I've checked their tax returns, their pay stubs, their bank statements, they are qualified, here's their credit scores. And that just goes such a long way with somebody like Roger, who is often the seller on the other end of that transaction. So if you want to connect with our team here at Whissel Wednesdays, JC Agajanian, Coastal Specialist, helping you move up, move down. Jason Hall, Team Home Loans, our lender that makes it happen. Roger Faulkner, who can help you get out of a rough situation, get your home sold cash, and move on with your life. Give us a call. Shoot us a text, 619-663-7355, 619-663-SELL. Thanks so much for tuning in to Whissel Wednesdays. We'll see you next Wednesday at 7 o'clock.
Thanks, John.
And you come real close. Can you blow my whistle, baby? Whistle, baby. We